Well, hey gang, Darryl Davis coming to you here to talk about designing a life worth smiling about. How we all doing today, Monday morning, getting ready for the week. All right, now, I want to talk to you. The reason why I want to do this video, because I was doing a little research, and I got some cheat notes here to make sure that I don't mess this up. So I read there was a paper published just a few months ago in this psychiatric research paper. So let me first set this up. You and I want to talk to you about how important our face is. Your face is important to how you feel. Now, you and I have over 40 muscles in our face that can make thousands of facial expressions. Unless if you had a lot of plastic surgery, then maybe it's only 5. Have you ever seen some of those people? So anyway, here's when we smile. We use 10 muscles of those 40 some odd muscles to smile. Now, Charles Darwin had this theory 150 years ago that our face, what most of us think, is how we feel about a particular something. By the way, are we actually live here? Wait a second, let me make sure that we are actually live. And because I don't think we are live. Yes, we are. Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out my studio here with the live thing. Anyway, Charles Darwin had this theory. Our face, instead of most of us might think that our face just is like a one-way thing, meaning that how we feel, our face represents how we feel. So we feel sad, or we feel happy, or angry, that our face is really just saying how we feel. But Charles Darwin had this theory that perhaps our face, our body, can actually help increase or decrease how we feel at any certain time. Now, this guy, Dr. Paul Ekman, he created this theory based on Darwin's theory called the facial feedback theory, and he did a lot of tests and found that, yes, our facial expressions help increase or decrease how we feel. Let me just share one with you. They took these participants and they had them bite chopsticks. So they were imitating a smile. And they looked at these cartoons. And what they found is the group that were biting the chopsticks, imitating a smile, they actually thought the cartoons were funnier than the ones not. I'm thinking I should have my audience bite chopsticks when I do my seminars. Anyway. So this suggests that actually by doing that, it changes our perception. So when we are smiling, it will change our perception on how we feel about our lives. Perhaps we'll appreciate it more. We'll be more excited, more happy. All right. Now, I've talked about this one. I'm coming to the punchline. A Botox study was done by, I want to give these guys credit, Dr. David Neal and Dr. Tanya Chartrand from Duke University. And it's called the Botox Study. And what they found is patients who had Botox, and you know what that is, it numbs the muscles. Patients who have Botox injections, on any of those 10 muscles associated with smiling, especially the ones by the eyes. See, when we smile, Tanya Banks calls it smize with your eyes. You smile with your eyes. That those patients who numbed the smile muscles actually had an increase in depression, because the smile muscles help generate those positive chemicals in our brain. Now, I just found this out. That part of that study, too, is they actually took restrictive gel, like icy gel or biofreeze. So it would numb the nerves in the skin, but not touch the muscles. And what they found is that when patients smiled, that had this numbing of the nerves, the muscles had to work harder to try and make the face move. And those patients actually had an increase in how they felt and happiness. So our smiling is so important to how we feel. But here is the study I wanted to share this morning by Dr. Eric Finzi. Now, he has done his own studies about Botox. He thought, well, listen, if Botox, numbing the smile muscles, increases depression, what if we numb the frown muscles, the muscles associated with frowning, would it help increase good feelings and decrease depression? So he did a study. Then he looked at some other studies and then other doctors, and he just published his paper a few months ago, and I want to tell you what he discovered. That all these studies, when they had Botox, patients had Botox injections in the frown muscles, those are usually the ones up here behind the eye, that the patients had at least a 50% decrease in depression. So turning off those muscles, it was 50 to 60, but at least 50% had a decrease in their depression. And a third had a total remission in depression. So gang, I don't know about you, but to me this is incredible stuff, because when we smile, it has such a direct impact in how we feel and how we perceive our day. So today, call your doctor and get some Botox injections to numb those frown muscles. No. Here's what I want you to do. I suggest the simple technique is that when you're finding yourself in a stressful situation, put on a smile. It'll help decrease the stress. If you're going to make sales calls, you're going to prospect, and you don't want to do it, put on a smile before you do it. Throw in some good music that makes you smile. So that's it. This is what I want to share with you today. This week, focusing on your smile. This is such an important technique for you. All right, hope this helped you. Have a wonderful day. And of course, don't forget to keep smiling.